closer together? Yeah, should we get in? Should I be on his shoulder like this? Should I?
Can we do it this way?
Can we just do it like this?
Can this be the
Can you rub my bald head?
Let's do it. So I don't want to run out of time.
No.
Yeah, let's go.
Hey, I'm sitting here with Gary Vaynerchuk. You know Gary. We're at Complex Con. We're here with your fresh K-Swiss shoes. You're one of the only white guys here, which is kind of badass, right? This is a long way from doing YouTube videos about wine.
Yeah, it's a long way from it, but at the same token, it's always been the same thing, right? Marketing and sales and building businesses, whether it was lemonade stands when I was 6, or baseball cards, or then wine, or then social media apps, or then sneakers, or then myself. It's always been about, you know, packaging, merchandising, retail, selling, culture, marketing, and for me, you know, being a Jersey boy.
I'm a Jersey guy as well.
And how old are you?
40.
Perfect. So you know, I'm 42, about to be 43. You know how it is, right?
Yeah.
We were so fortunate to have the urban culture,
I grew up with Public Enemy posters on my wall.
and that's it. And so, to me, this is kind of feels very normal.
When people ask you, what do you do? I mean, what's the answer? For people out there who's watching who doesn't know who Gary Vaynerchuk is, what are you, a media guy?
No,
social media, entrepreneur, thought leader?
I always say that I'm an operating entrepreneur. You know, I run a 950-person, $200 million company as an executive. What I've done well is I have my own media infrastructure around my day-to-day, right?
So you're filming they're filming this too. You film content with all day, every
That's
day.
right, but what was, before we started filming, you said, when'd you get in? I got in Thursday because I have an 80-person LA office. I met with my Hulu client. I'm meeting with my Mattel client. I'm working. I think I've done such a good job in figuring out how to create so much content that the 13 hours a day that people don't see me doing my thing, where I'm just being an operator and doing HR meetings or strategy meetings or payroll meetings.
But they're still hearing from you. You're still on Twitter. You're still on Insta, dropping content.
Because in between a meeting on finance and how Singapore's expansion is, when I go take a piss, I can get on Twitter. Yeah. I can reply to a DM.
You got 5-minute shit. You're on social.
Tonight at 9:30, when I'm taking the red eye back to New York, that 27 minutes in between, caught up with the family, caught up with work, caught up with my email, for 27 minutes I can go live for 7 minutes. I can reply to 84 DMs. I can send 3 tweets. So I'm in constant motion.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that I'm starting to understand. I'm like, oh right, it's not only that I'm going hard for 12, 15, 17 hours a day, it's that there is no moments of breaks in between that. I'm maximizing time. It's all momentum and motion. And so I think I'm getting a lot of it out of each day.
Now, some of my favorite advice you've given to, everybody wants to be a YouTuber, everyone wants to be an Instagram star. I like the jab, 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 right hook.
Yep.
You've got to give something back, give, until you can ask for something.
And I'm glad, and by the way, I got love for you, because you said ask, and a lot of people think it's take or get. To me it's give, ask. And then, by the way, for all the people I give, and I got different levels of giving, when you ask, hey, buy my sneaker, 4% give.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like you're winning. It's not like, I think giving with expectation is manipulation. Giving without expectation is letting karma be practical. And if you give enough value, you create, what's great about sneakers is like, look, if I brought somebody a ton of value, everybody's wearing sneakers.
Yeah,
and if they like it, then they can wear it. And that's a great way to give love, instead of what I see a lot of people doing, which is they give information and then they want to charge you for that information. And for me, it's just karma.
Now, I'm like really involved in the influencer, YouTuber deal. I cover all these kids.
Yep.
To us, they're kids, right?
Yep.
Do they get it? Because it's always link in bio, bro, link in bio, buy my merch, do this. But are they giving?
They're not.
They're just asking, it seems like all the time.
There's a mix.
Or telling.
Look, I think you're right, and I think, look, you've seen this. There's a lot that come and go. It's like a one-hit wonder. Yeah. It's like a business that was good for 3 years. Like, do they get it? I think some of them, I could argue, look, they don't have that much talent long term, and might as well squeeze all the dollars you can out while you gotta.
It's like you're a reality star. I've got my 20 minutes or 10 minutes. I gotta get those Sugar Bear hair deals now. Who's gonna pay me?
I think a lot of what I'm seeing is the more talented you are, the more capable you are at giving. I think so much of my giving comes from the fact that I knew how to when I was by myself.
Yeah.
I've always known how to make money.
Yeah.
I've always known how to make myself happy.
Yeah.
So I don't need anything from anybody else. So my ability to give is very easy because I don't need anything from anybody else.
What do you think, I mean, your viewers out there and your followers, I'm sure, are aspiring or entrepreneurs, right? But it's different than just being an entrepreneur, right? I mean, if you want to be an entrepreneur, you can go buy a dry cleaner, you can go buy a liquor store. You're an entrepreneur, you've got your own business, right, that's successful, that's paying the bills. But it seems like, do people have unrealistic expectations? It's now, I want to be an entrepreneur, but I want to be verified on Instagram too.
Sure, there's a million.
I want to be like a celebrity entrepreneur.
I think that's right, because I think deep down, everybody's always chased some version of fame.
Of course.
You know, fame has always been cool.
Yeah.
And by the way, everybody wanted to be an astronaut one day. Like every kid that I'm looking at, these good-looking kids, they all wanted to be astronauts and pilots in 1957.
What do they want to be now?
Entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
I mean, this is my moment. And by the way, it'll be fun, and in 9 years the world will melt. Everybody will not be an entrepreneur anymore. It won't be cool. They'll blame entrepreneurship for the melt, and I'll still be an entrepreneur because that's what I've always been, that's what I am now, and that's what I'll be to the last breath.
What do you think of influencer marketing now? Has it peaked?
No.
Are these guys
starting.
Are they selling out?
No.
Are these?
Yeah, I mean, some people are losing long-term opportunities based
Like
on
grabbing their
hawking.
cash?
100%. Life is a trade.
What do you mean?
I mean, the more you put into something, the more you can get out of it long term. The more you take out of it, the less there's left. If you take your audience for granted and you were doing all funny, great, I'm looking at your guy here, you're a great tattoo artist, you're giving value, you're teaching people, this and that, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh shit, and you're hawking every tattoo t-shirt and everything, like that audience is gonna care less, they're gonna find the next gal or guy who's just giving. And so, you know, giving and taking is a very interesting balance, and I think that for me, it's very obvious that I'd rather be on the side of giving more than taking.
Yeah. Talking about personal branding, because you talked about the tattoo guy, right? You are at a hip hop conference now, but you're Gary Vaynerchuk, entrepreneur, you're the social media guy. How does, I think what I see a lot is people want to do everything. So he's a tattoo influencer now, but all of a sudden he's talking about the Dallas Cowboys.
Yes.
And that's confusing to his brand. But you've done it successfully.
I think everybody can do it successfully.
Jets, hip hop, entrepreneurship.
If you're not full of shit. If you're just trying to roll into Complex Con and you're full of shit and you're just trying to extract money out of the system.
You look at the demo, that's where I want to be.
It's gonna spit you out. It'd be just like if I came to a surfing conference now, right? And like just tried to like, oh, I think it's gonna emerge or it's big and I want to be in it. And people are like, yo, what do you think about, like, if you can't talk to it, if you're not about it, you're finished. And so I think that everybody can be anything they want as long as it's their truth. As long as it's their truth.
I've got a lot of the viewers, they want to be Instagram stars, they want to be YouTubers. These are all aspiring people out there. Kind of what advice do you have for them getting started? You know, it seems like the goal is, I just want to be verified on Instagram. I just want to have
patience, passion, practicality, skill in their craft, like speaking your truth, documenting versus creating. You don't have to be a showman if you're an introvert, but you might be great at fixing computers. Make videos fixing computers.
And video's not for everybody.
No, it is not.
You had a great quote where you say, hey, there's 3 ways to create content: written, audio, or video. And listen, you got to be self-aware. And I love that. Like, I'm self-aware. I can't do what you do. I can't look at a camera and keep somebody entertained by myself for half an hour.
But good news.
But I'm good with somebody else.
Ready? I'm about to get less charismatic.
Yeah.
Like, I'm crippled by this.
Yeah.
So, you know.
But I'm not. We're having a conversation.
And so I think it all comes down to self-awareness. You know, some people, let's talk about hip-hop. Some people go in the studio and it's from the top of their head.
Jay-Z doesn't write anything down.
From the dome. Other people, they write. They write. And then that's how they feel prepared. There is no right way. There is your way. The more you can put yourself in a position to do it your way, the more likely you're going to be successful.
Now, you've got to be real and put yourself out there. That's a scary thing, because if you're
not grounded in self-esteem.
But yeah, true.
Right? But it's a big deal.
And if it doesn't go anywhere, because you go, I put myself out there, I told my deepest, darkest stuff, for what? I don't have more followers.
But on the flip side, if followers are your KPI, you're finished. You have to love your process. I did Wine Library TV for 18 months because I loved making wine videos. Nobody gave a fuck.
But you still made your videos.
I was losing money on the wine business. Nobody gave a shit. But I kept doing it. It honed my craft. I liked it. And even the one comment was like, oh, thank you. Like that fulfilled me. Doing it, filming it fulfilled me. You've got to be fulfilled with your process, not what you're trying to get out of your process. If you do something trying to get something out of your process, you will always lose because you're going to be impatient. You're like, why don't I have a fat watch or a million followers yet?
Yeah.
Because that's the only reason you're doing it. When you do something for the second thing, not the thing, you're always vulnerable.
Now, you said that, hey, I didn't really talk to the world till I was 35.
Right.
Now, and I came up, we're about the same age,
Yep.
right? So that's easy because the internet wasn't around when we were kids. We
I
didn't
think
grow
that's
up with
right.
social
I
media.
think that's fair.
But can that kid now be as patient as you were? Because
I'm not sure, and I think that's fair. I think that's fair. I think it's fair. I think it's fair. I don't know.
they're not going to wait till they're 35.
No, and but guess what? I wouldn't have either. Now, there's a nuance in it. I didn't talk to the world about 35 is not about just making content. It was, I didn't have the audacity to give advice that I hadn't taken and gotten results from, and I still do it. The biggest thing my team, and looking at Andy and Caleb right now, I don't give advice that I'm not actively taking. Tyler was telling a story about how I really helped him with some other assistant by being the bigger person. On literally yesterday, on sitting on the ground for 15 minutes that I don't have, I'm doing something for somebody for no good reason other than being the better person.
Yeah.
And so, I don't think the 23-year-old me would have told people how to be a business guru or fronted. I might have been documenting that I was working 18 hours a day in Springfield, New Jersey.
Creating content.
I would have been creating content, but it would have been probably a video of me boxing wine for 18 hours a day and being like, look, I just left this liquor store at 2:30 in the morning. This is how you get it, not, winning a lottery ticket. Everybody out there, especially, everybody out there, and not just complex content, the fucking world, everyone out there is in lottery ticket mentality. They think they're gonna make a single fucking YouTube video and it's gonna go viral and everything, Will Smith's gonna DM them and life's gonna change.
Yeah.
Shiggy made content for a long time, and Shiggy's an anomaly. He's not the norm. And so people are just confused.
Yeah. You talk about creating let me ask you this. So you're sitting here doing this interview.
Yep.
Why? Right? Well, let me finish.
Micro exposure.
Because, okay, I'm going to be on Forbes. I'm going to get a video on YouTube. Gary Vaynerchuk doesn't need to do shit.
Two
He
reasons.
can sit and do his complex content and go home.
Two things, micro exposure and your enthusiasm in the request.
Yeah.
We look at shit all the time, looking at Tyler, like some people we just feel it's authentic and hunger and putting people on. You're gonna be able to leverage this to get other interviews.
Of course.
That makes me feel nice, that my life has gotten to a place where me doing an interview is gonna help you.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That is very cool, and I
And
appreciate
so what?
it.
What would I be doing right now? I would have been saying hello to the Rock the Vote lady, and like probably made a
Everybody
piece
vote.
of content there because they're like, motherfuckers, you better vote. Don't cry if you don't vote. Like I would have been doing something,
Yeah.
but I would be in motion. What would I be doing? I'd be sitting right now. I probably would have said hello to Tommy Hilfiger. I would have fucking DM'd somebody on fucking Instagram, be like, yes, do that.
Yeah.
I would have like retweeted somebody who bought something at a garage sale this morning for 30 cents that's worth $4.
Yeah.
I'd be fucking doing something.
I want to talk about that in a second. But I've had people, your peers, right, say, I've done the Forbes thing and it didn't convert and I didn't get customers from it, so I'm really not interested in it now. For the up and coming person out there, you're sitting here doing press when you really don't have to. What's your advice for them? Get on as many podcasts as they can.
Your actions have to match your ambitions.
What do you mean?
I mean, all those people that gave you excuses that Forbes didn't convert, their ambitions aren't as great as mine. People get content.
Yeah.
I'm just not. I think I'm the same fucking boy that nobody knew 5 minutes ago.
Now, why is Gary Vaynerchuk worrying about fucking garage sales? With all your dough, why do you care about making $2 on a action figure?
I don't, because nothing gets me
It's so
off
cool.
more than a couple. Well, first of all, it's a hobby of mine. I do love it. But more importantly, there's a lot of people that are DMing me complaining that they can't start their business because nobody's raising money for them. And I'm like, go make your own money.
Yeah.
And the easiest way to make money, the easiest way for everybody who's watching right now to make $5,000 that they don't have in the next 6 months is thrift stores, dollar stores, and garage sales. Period. The easiest.
Yeah.
And I don't like using the word easy. The easiest.
Yeah, because it's not a big investment.
Not a big investment. There's fucking stuff being sold for 25 cents and $1 at garage sales everywhere across America right this minute. Most of that shit is worth 10 bucks, 15 bucks on eBay. Even after fees and shipping it, you get 8 bucks. You do that 1,000 times, that's $8,000. I love when people are like, oh, Gary Vee, you only made $7. I'm like, no shit, dick. You do that 10,000 times, it's $70,000.
Yeah, look at the percentage.
And forget about the percentage. Do it 10,000 times.
Yeah.
Because don't fucking cry to me that you're playing 2K and listening to fucking videos and watching YouTube all day.
Fortnite all night.
Exactly. So do it 10,000 times, $7 at a pop, and you got $70,000.
Yeah. Last question, because we're almost out of time, and Gary has Gary things to do. Advice to those aspiring YouTubers or Instagram people, or real practical advice. Give them a couple things they can focus on.
Put out content every day for 7 years and don't think about one vanity metric. That's the best chance you have to be successful.
For how long?
7 years.
7 years?
7 years.
What if it sucks for 6 months? I mean,
Then-
not every somebody could be creating shitty content for 7 years.
Then quit and go work at McDonald's.
Yeah, or go all in.
Life's about options. I love like, Gary Vee, it's hard. No shit, it should be hard. Otherwise you can go work at fucking Walmart.
Yeah.
Like, why should something remarkable be easy?
Because people
you
aren't
want to live
patient.
your life. You want people to pay you to go to Bali and take a photo in a swimsuit.
Yes.
That's remarkable.
That's what people want.
That's
yes.
remarkable.
Yeah.
So don't get confused about the 13 people that are doing it. Pay attention to 30 trillion that aren't, and realize what the ratio is, and go fucking put in the work and be patient.
I like it. Always hustling. Gary Vee, I appreciate you sitting down.
Thanks, bro.
It was a pleasure, brother.
Pleasure.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. I want to give a special shout out to our sponsor this week, Pet Canva, petcanva.com, no S on the end, and at mypetcanva on Instagram. They're really cool. What they do is basically pet merchandise. So all you do is upload a photo of your favorite animal out there, your dog, your cat, whatever, and they'll hand draw the pet and put it on things like a fleece blanket. They'll put it on things like a canvas you can hang in your house. It's really beautiful stuff, and it's a perfect gift for a loved one this Christmas. It's their busiest time of year. Use code Gary for 15% off an order. Only here is where you're going to get that 15% off. Use the code Gary and check them out, petcanva.com and at mypetcanva on Instagram. Thanks, guys.